Look down for a second. There's a cat asleep on your legs, and you're stuck. Not because it's heavy. The thing weighs like 9 pounds tops. You could lift it off in one move. But you won't, because it's purring. And moving it right now would feel kind of rude. So here you are, a full-grown human being, frozen in place, because a tiny animal decided your lap looked comfy. And honestly, that happens in millions of homes every single night. Hey, before we go deeper, if you're the type who loves questions that flip everything you thought you knew, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's free, it takes 1 second, and it genuinely helps this little channel grow. Okay, back to the cat. Because when you really step back and look at the whole picture, things get weird. Think about it. We spend billions of dollars a year on cat food, cat toys, cat medicine, little cat beds that are nicer than some human furniture. We build entire indoor jungles for creatures that, let's be real, pay zero rent. We spend hours trying to figure out what they want, what a certain tail flick means, why they're staring at the wall at 3 a.m. And they can barely be bothered to look up when we walk in the room. So the big question everyone assumes is settled, who domesticated who, suddenly doesn't feel so settled at all. Here's the story we all get taught. About 10,000 years ago, humans started farming. Farming meant grain. Grain meant mice. Mice meant wild cats showed up for the free buffet. We liked that they killed the pests, so we let them stick around. In this version, we're the bosses. We made the call. The cats just got a decent meal out of it. Simple. But there's another way to read those exact same facts. A way that asks one sharp little question. Out of everyone in this deal, who actually walked away with the better end of it? And is that really the same one we keep calling the boss? Let's break it down properly. First, what does domesticated even mean? Because that word is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. In biology, domestication is when humans breed a wild animal, generation after generation, until it becomes genetically different from its wild cousin. Different in ways that make it more useful or easier to control. Take dogs. We've been shaping dogs for tens of thousands of years. And a dog is now completely different from a wolf. Different behavior, different body, different brain. You can't just call a dog a friendly wolf. They're not the same animal anymore. Now here's the twist. Cats? Cats are barely domesticated at all. The genetic gap between your house cat and its wild ancestor is tiny, almost nothing. Sure, there are a few small tweaks. House cats are a little less afraid. Their reward wiring is a bit different, and they've got fun coat patterns you don't see in the wild. But underneath all that, same animal. A house cat and a wild cat aren't two different creatures like a dog and a wolf. They're the same creature, just in a different living situation. And that matters a lot. Because with dogs, you can see the fingerprints of humans all over their DNA. We shaped them. With cats, those fingerprints just aren't there. What actually happened is cats wandered into our world, and the ones who fit in best simply did better than the ones who didn't. That's not us reshaping them. That's them adapting to us. Honestly, if you renamed that process, you wouldn't call it domestication. You'd call it a move-in. The cat found a warm, safe, food-packed place run by a species that wasn't going to hurt it. And it just settled in, made itself at home. Now, let's talk about what the cat actually brought to the table. Pest control, right? Killing mice. And yeah, that was genuinely valuable. Back then, a raided grain store could mean starvation. So the cats were doing real work. But here's the catch. That work cost us nothing. We didn't train them. We didn't manage them. We didn't teach them a single thing. Cats hunted small animals before we showed up, and they kept hunting them after. We just stood nearby and collected the benefits. The cat wasn't hunting for us. It was hunting because that's what cats do. The pile of mice by the grain, that just made it easier. We got a bonus off an animal doing its own thing. Now flip it. What do we give the cat? Food, shelter, warmth, vet care that adds years to its life, protection from cars, predators, weather, all the stuff that kills outdoor cats early. And we pay for all of it, every month, For years. The math isn't even close. We give the cat way more than the cat gives us. And these days, most homes don't even have a mouse problem. So what's left? The cat provides company on its own terms, on its own schedule, whenever it feels like it. That's not a complaint. It's just the truth. And it leaves us with one heck of a question. How did a 9-pound animal land this deal? The answer is manipulation. Not evil villain manipulation, not a secret plan, but manipulation that works. Behaviors shaped over thousands of years that push our buttons perfectly. Start with the meow. Here's a wild fact. Adult wild cats don't really meow at each other. They just don't. But house cats meow constantly, at us, almost never at other cats. The meow is basically a tool built to talk to the one species holding the food. And it gets better. Studies show a cat's meow sits right in the same sound range as a crying human baby, the exact frequency our brains are wired to drop everything for. Then there's the I want something purr. It's not the normal happy rumble. Cats sneak a little high-pitched cry inside the purr. Quite enough that it's not annoying, but just enough that you can't tune it out. It's a sound aimed straight at your instincts. And the slow blink? Oh, this one's clever. Researchers found cats slowly close their eyes at us as a little I trust you signal. And when we slow blink back, we feel it. We feel like we just bonded, like something real happened. The cat basically hacked into the same part of our brain we use to connect with other people. Now let's give the purr the spotlight it deserves, because this thing is sneaky powerful. A purr vibrates at around 25 to 150 hertz, with most of the buzz down low. And that low range? Medical research links those frequencies to healing, stronger bones, faster recovery, less pain and swelling. We can't say for sure a cat's purr does all that to you specifically, but here's what we do know. Your nervous system processes that low, steady hum in a totally different way than normal sound. So when a cat purrs on your chest, it's basically giving your body a soft biological massage. From an animal everyone swears doesn't care about us. Wild. And it goes further. Study after study shows that being around cats lowers blood pressure, slows the heart rate, and drops stress hormones. Real, measurable stuff. Not just, "Aw, I feel better." Cats give us connection without the pressure of dealing with another human. No drama, no small talk, just calm. Some research even ties cat owners to lower heart attack risk and better recovery after one. So the cat isn't just taking, it's actually giving something back. It's just giving it in a quiet, invisible way that we almost never notice or credit. But now here's the strongest clue of all. Look at what we do. We rearrange our whole lives around these animals. We pick furniture based on whether the cat will wreck it. We tiptoe around a sleeping cat. We apologize to it. We change our sleep, our schedules, our routines, just to be around when it might want company. And the money? The pet industry is worth hundreds of billions. Fancy food, toys, cat towers, heated beds. Most owners never add it up. And if they did, they'd probably be shocked. Why do we do it? Scientists think cats hijacked our parenting instincts. Big eyes, round face, small body, that baby-like cry. A cat's face keeps those cute kitten features forever. The exact stuff that switches on our must protect this wiring. The cat found the door to our caregiving system and walked right through it. Compare that to dogs. A dog bends to your schedule. It wants to be part of your world. A cat, it comes to you when it wants, stays as long as it wants, and leaves when it's done. You don't set the terms, the cat does. And whoever sets the terms holds the power. Even history backs this up. Ancient Egypt worshipped cats. The Norse had a goddess whose chariot was pulled by them. And the internet. The second we got a global tool to share anything, what did we flood it with? Cat videos. Endless cat videos. That's not an accident. There's just something about cats our brains can't resist. So, did cats domesticate humans? Did they breed us like we bred dogs? No, of course not. But did they change our behavior over thousands of years in ways that quietly benefit them at our expense? Yeah, the evidence says yes. Every good domestication creates an animal perfectly suited to human life. The cat nailed that. And every good domestication also creates humans built around serving that animal. Look in the mirror. The only question left is, which side is really running the show? The cat's asleep on your legs. You could move it. You won't. That's your answer.